Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Woo, child. Y'all said y'all wanted me. Here I am. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Mm-mm. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I hope my doggone boxing fall. Lord, come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Mm-mm. We got to see what's going on here. Can you guys see me? I think I need to move over a little bit. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Lord, the wait is over. The wait is over, ladies and gentlemen. The wait is over. Let me see if y'all can hear me. Come on in my room. The wait is over, ladies and gentlemen. The wait is over. Let me see if y'all can hear me. There we go. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. I promised 5 o'clock. I'm here. I'm here. Welcome. I need my people up in this piece because we can set it off. Let me remind my folks because they may have forgotten that I was going live today. So let me remind them to come on in my room. Hey, hey, come on in my room. Give people a little bit more time to get here because y'all told me, y'all said Khadija. We want to see you at Live at 5 again. We miss you. I've been going for a minute now. I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case something jump off. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Let me get all my folks here. I'm sorry about that because I know maybe folks forgot. So let me get them together. Hold on. We giving folks a few minutes to get here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't curse me out. I know I'm wrong. But I promise that I would tell everybody, come on back. Do I gotta put my glasses on? It's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. I ain't forget about y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all got to turn y'all notifications on because I can't be here every minute reminding folks to come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Bianca. I see you, Bianca. Hold on. I'm getting ready to get it together. Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Mm. Hold on, my good people. I'm getting it together. Folks asked me to just send out a little reminder, so I'm doing so. Don't curse me for filth. All right? Come on in this room. Hey, hey. Come on in this room. Ay, 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 ay. I'm getting it together, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting it together. Y'all don't curse me for filth. I'm getting it together. Hi, sister. Hi, Pookie. Come on in this room. Hey, come on in this room. Ladies and gentlemen, what y'all think about the new aesthetic? What do you guys think about the new aesthetic? Of course, as you know, I'm going to be upgrading as we go along. So, you know, I'm happy to say that I appreciate all the feedback I got from my video. If you haven't caught the video with the meaning behind the new aesthetic, please make sure you go check it out and you come on in my room. Hey, hey, come on in my room. Thank you, Kalilia. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, please go like the video. Please go like the video. Go like the video. Go like the video. Hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome to Live at 5. Please subscribe to my channel and come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Okay, no, not that person. Hold on one second. Okay, let me get it going. I gave people 5 minutes. I actually gave them 6. Let me get it going. I want to start off with something a little melancholy. You know, because this really, really touched me. This really, really touched me for a few reasons. Number one, the reason why it touched me is because, you know, I work with young people. I work with young people every day. And, you know, as I always say, right? I'm a parent, right? But the weight and the magnitude that you feel when things happen with these young people is so freaking heavy. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. It's hard to it's heavy. It's heavy. And if I'm being clear and I'm being honest, you know, on top of it being heavy is depressing, you know, because I have to go face 16, 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-olds. And we have to have these discussions. And I have to hear everybody's perspective in regards to what they feel about the situation that took place. Right. So for those of you who are not familiar, there was a stabbing in Brooklyn and Park Slope. I want to say it was on Prospect Place and 4th Avenue. And twin sisters had stopped in a bodega after the club or whatever the case may be, and after a party. Because what I did watch a little while ago was there was a witness, and they didn't show his face. They just kind of, you know, showed the bottom of him as he was speaking. And he said that he was at the party with them, and they stopped at the bodega to kind of grab something to eat because, you know, at the party, young people are smoking, drinking, doing what they do, and they wanted to get something to eat afterwards, right? And in doing so, right, they encountered, you know, this young man, and I think it was a few other folks with him, and they could see he was drunk. But on top of them being able to see that he was drunk, they also could a friend was saying to him, like, you know, leave them alone, you were drinking, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. So apparently he did exit the store, but then he came back and he was like banging on the glass and trying to get in, and from what I hear, the store locked the door and so on and so forth. I think what happened was when the young ladies went to leave, he actually, you know, attacked them at that point. And it was twin sisters, 19 years old. The way the names are spelled, I don't want to mispronounce them. It looks like Samaya and something else, but the way the positioning of the letters in the name would suggest that it might be pronounced differently, and I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. I told you guys how I feel about my name being mispronounced, so I'll just call them two young ladies. And it basically said that he attacked them with a knife, excuse me. And one got stabbed, I want to say, in the neck and in the chest, and the other in the arm. And apparently the one who got stabbed twice, she didn't make it. And the sister actually made it. And I want to say she's in critical condition or stable condition at this point. I don't know, right? I seen a quote the other day on Facebook, and it said, working in a school really shows you how much some parents don't give a fuck about their young people. And I seen a quote, and I actually wanted to share it, but I didn't think it was in my best interest to share it as a New York City Department of Education employee. But I can share it here on my platform that I own and say that, I agree with that quote. And I want people to understand it's not about all, because what the quote said was some, right? And I agree. I agree. And the reason why I agree is because, let's just play devil's advocate and say the young man had mental health issues. The magnitude of his mental health issues were displayed prior to that night. And I know that, some people struggle with getting their young people help, and getting them evaluated and putting quote unquote labels on young people or whatever you want to call it. But I have to be honest and fair when I say, watching these young people suffer because they're not getting the help that they need, and watching the hole that they dig themselves in because they have not been provided with any assistance is really freaking heartbreaking. Right. And I think people tend to believe that, my kid is okay and my kid is fine because sometimes they can present well. What about all the time? Right. I am not going to believe that this young man did not have mental health issues. I can't go with that. I have to believe that he did. I have to believe that he did, because anybody in their sane anybody in their sane mind would not have escalated to that level of violence over you not wanting to give me your number or your social media handle. Who the fuck? Come on in my room. Hey, hey. Come on in my room. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not interested in getting your young person help, then you cannot become interested when your young person is suffering from the repercussions of their actions, because guess what? You didn't get them help. I am tired. I am tired. In my office, I have well, I don't have it yet. I plan on making it, but it's in my mind. It's already there. A banner that says "Countdown to Cap and Gown." I have a hashtag: more graduations, less funerals. I'm tired. I'm tired. And because you could put your young person in Gucci and gold, and because, they can play basketball or they can cheer on a cheerleading team, you're inclined to believe that everything is okay, but every single behavior outside of those things show that they're not okay, and you don't want to do anything about it because your big grown ass don't want to be embarrassed, or you don't want nobody knowing, or you don't want to have to tell that to Facebook or Instagram that you got your fucking kid help, makes absolutely no sense. It makes no freaking sense. I wouldn't even want to be the parent. I would not want to be the person standing next to the parent that got a phone call like that. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Over a social media handle? Then you will have these same parents stand in a courtroom and tell you why their kid is not a bad kid, and why they don't need to receive any harsh repercussions because they're actually a good sweetie. They probably are. They probably are. They probably are. They probably are very good kids. You know what happened? They needed help. They needed help that the adults around them refuse to get them because they're so busy worried about how that's going to look on them. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. And that's why I wanted to open this live talking about it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I am tired. I have went to so many funerals of my young people that I can physically see from the intake that the parent did not want to assist this young person and they needed fucking help. You're going to sit here straight-faced and tell me that a person in their same right mind took a knife and brutally murdered one girl and horrifically injured another because they didn't want to give up a social media handle? You cannot be sane. You are undiagnosed. You are undiagnosed. And these behaviors are not new. These behaviors are not new. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nobody is going to get me to believe that that night, that was his first infraction. That's a fucking lie. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. They can pull up anecdotes from school where this shit started from kindergarten. Okay? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it to my fucking stomach. I'm sick of it. It's barbaric. It's inhumane for a parent to bury their fucking kid over something this minute. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. But it's not the only case. It's not the only case. I can give you 5 off the top of the head of students that I have physically worked with. Come on. Come on. And everybody is shaking their ice cups in the summer and smoking their hookah and vaping and taking the best. What you do? Face sculpt or something. You just Balenciaga. You just showing up lit. Meanwhile, you ignoring the dog fuck out of all of the intervention that the school and everybody else around you that can see something is wrong with your fucking kid is trying to help you get them. But these are the same people that want to stand in the courtroom flabbergasted that the judge is being so harsh. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't only work for the New York City Department of Education. I've worked in numerous alternatives to incarceration programs, working with young people so you don't have to go to a place like jail where you get no rehabilitation. But even then, you know how many times those young people worked their ass off in a program and they was graduating and getting accolades and the parents said they couldn't come. But they could go to R&B Wednesdays. Girl, get the fuck, yo. I don't even know why I opened up with this topic. I really don't, because I'm so flustered and frustrated with this shit. I am flustered and frustrated. And granted, there is parents out here who have actually tried to save their young people. So I don't want to make it seem like these incidents only happen with parents who aren't trying. There are parents who are trying. There are parents who are trying. Sometimes there are parents who are trying solo. They don't have support. They don't have help, which is why I chose the position I chose with the DOE and the alternative to incarceration programs, because I know that those families needed support and I could give that. I've been to Supreme Court. The only time I've ever been is with young fucking people. I've never been to Supreme Court for nothing none of my peers did or I did myself. I've only been there with young people to provide support for these families that are actually fucking trying. But these people that I'm done. I'm tired. This is nasty. Yo, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm dead ass serious. I'm sick of it. I'm being very honest and very clear. I'm not raising my fucking kid out here. Sorry. I don't want to hear. I remember I posted something about I didn't want to live in Brownsville. You know, when no. But everybody arguing with me. No, you should go back because you can. I don't want to make no fucking changes. Me versus the whole fucking neighborhood. I'm tired. You try to have these conversations with adults. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to hear you. They want to talk about all their trauma. Sweetie, get assistance for your trauma. Fathers and mothers. This is not just one set of people. And what happens to them 2 young girls, I don't give a damn what they said to the young man. Because again, I honestly, in my heart of hearts and soul of souls, believe he did have mental health issues. I also believe that some things were done to escalate the situation. That it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You don't come back from death. FYI and PSA. So whatever they said, whatever they did, it did not warrant that level of violence. I don't even know why I started with this conversation because I wanted to come here and make Live at 5 fun. You know what I'm saying? But I got some shit that need to be addressed. I got some shit that need to be addressed. We'll make it fun later. Anyway, next subject, the shooting on a train. I was on the phone with my longtime girlfriend yesterday, Sheena. Shout out Shishi, right? 1/3 of the Operation Hill 100 Hearts team. And she was sharing with me that, her daughter is a student athlete and, she's now moving around with she's going to be moving around this summer with the AAU teams and, things of that nature. And she doesn't really have the time. Not the time. Let me be clear. She didn't say the time. She said that because of the AAU schedule, and the way her schedule is set up, it might be a little difficult for her to be able to get to pick up her daughter and take her to all the games. But she really, really wants her baby to be a part of the AAU teams because she's doing so well in freaking basketball, right? Shout out Nia, right? And she said, Khadijah, I was thinking about letting her take the train and I stopped her. I said, Sheena, no. I just had this conversation with my brother and my sister-in-law about the train. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. First of all, I'm still a little unclear with this whole the girlfriend with the stabbing. I wasn't clear on that part. And really and truly, I tried not to watch it because I take the train every day. So I try to kind of veer away from conversations regarding it, unless it's my own venting that I'm doing, because I know that if I hear other people's situations or I see other things on the news, it's going to make me even more angry. And I feel like I'm going to have a response to that that's not going to be effective to me, right? So I try to stay away from that. But of course, I'm on social media, and that's where I get most of my news from because I don't watch the news. And I saw a young lady, and she put up that she was one of the people on the train when it went down. But the barbaric manner in which the police treated the people who were scared for their fucking life on that train disgusted me. The fact that they keep saying, oh, we're going to have the National Guard and the Navy and the Army and everybody else in this. You're not, sweetie, they're not on the trains. Let me be clear with you. Mayor Adams, they're not on the trains. They're not on the trains. They're upstairs with the token booth clerk talking to her. They're not on the trains. And the ones that are on the trains, they're fucking with the passengers that are trying to get where they're going. It's minding their fucking business. They want to check their bags. They want to go through their lunch. Meanwhile, you have people that get on the train and smoke their fucking crack right there in front of you. And when you look around to see where's the National Guard and the Army and all these other people that Mayor Adams said is going to start, so you see them downstairs or upstairs by the token booth clerk asking high schoolers for their school ID. I got off the J train. I watched 3 bums in front of me exit the J train. One of them in which his pants was so low that his pubic hair and his ass crack was out. And I watched the police let them bypass him, and they stopped the high schooler and kept that high schooler there trying to get his school ID from them. And I know you guys know me. I'm really, really, I'm Solution Sally, right? So I have a solution. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new car. Yeah. But I still give a fuck. I'm a compassionate person. I still give a fuck. It bothers me. It bothers me that you would pick on innocent people just trying to travel from point A to point fucking B with all the shit they got going on in their life, but you would let 3 homeless niggas pass you by because you don't want to have to touch them because they stink. Meanwhile, they harassing young girls, women, pulling out their dick, pissing, smoking crack. Yo, bro, I don't even know why I opened live at 5 with this because I wanted to come up here and show some. Yo, let me, you know what? Let me get off this. Let me get off this. What I'm going to say is this, right? I don't want to hear from nobody not doing the work. Let me be very motherfucking clear, right? Because this is another thing that irritates me. I don't want to hear from nobody that's not doing the work, right? I leave out my house every day, and I make a contribution to young people's lives who I have no blood relation to. I try to make a contribution to all of my family members' lives, the younger folks, to be a better person, even in just the way that I show up. Any young person that I encounter, I try my absolute best to set an example for them, to help them, to mentor them. I would want somebody to do it for my fucking kid. So if you're a person that you have not participated in any of the community work, if you have not participated in any fucking parenting to your own kid, I don't want to hear shit from you. Nothing. I remember I was going to all of these street fairs and I'm there. And in order for me to get people to even hear the message about the alternative to incarceration program that I had going on that would really, really benefit that young person, I had to offer them food, water, gift cards. After I give them that, they walk off. They don't want to hear what I got to say. So I got to withhold everything I got so they could just listen to my spiel. You don't want to hear what I got to say about your fucking young person. I don't got no yo. Check this out. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on because I will spend the rest of this night venting and ranting. I'm so aggravated. I'm so aggravated. And that aggravation comes from being heartbroken. Heartbroken. When you go to these funerals and you see these young people, you see the families of these young people, your soul shakes. You feel that. Whether you knew the young person personally or not, you feel it. That's a loss for a family. Going to jail is a loss for a family. Yo, bro, I check this out. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on because if I stay on this, I'm liable to say some shit. So let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. But that was my rant. And I promise you, I got 500 million more rants in me. You can ask my colleagues. You can ask my family. I'm really upset. I'm really upset because I feel like we all make mistakes. We all do things that we have no business doing. Shit, I'm one crime away from being locked up. I just ain't been caught, allegedly, right? But what I do like to do is make sure you learn from that. And one of my famous quotes, if you can't help a person, don't hurt them. So the fact that you keeping young people around and giving them packs and giving them guns and helping them engage in barbaric behavior and standing back proud because that was my kid that shot up the spot. I'd rather him be the shooter than the one shot. What is that, y'all? Okay, but you know what? Y'all right. I'm gonna go ahead because I'm going to end up losing my cool. I'm over the shooting on the train. I'm over the police. I'm over whoever they're supposed to put down here to assist us. I don't know how much assistance we're going to get. I just know I need to get a car. I'm over young people not being mentored. I'm over young people being left out there to fend for themselves and make decisions that don't positively affect them, but they have no choice because they have no guidance because the parents are out siggity or in jail. I'm over all of it. I'm over the 40-year-old grandmothers that still walk around in leotard. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, you guys. Welcome back. I hope you guys like my space. space. If you actually missed the video where I described, why I have all of these things up behind me and how, this is my feng shui and what I did to decorate my space to kind of speak to who I am, please check that out. If you are here, please go like the video. Please go like the video. Please go like the video because that is how you support me for free. That's how you get me in the algorithm. I'm actually within the next couple of days, I'm going to add 2 champagne bottles. And I'm going to add those champagne bottles because I am manifesting monetization through YouTube. And the day that I get monetized, we're going to pop them bottles and we're going to party, right? Also, this year, Operation Heal 100 Hearts will be celebrating 10 years in existence. I don't want to talk too long about it because tears are going to come to my eyes. I actually have a one-on-one session right after this. My God. It don't cry, teacher. It's like, if you're a parent here on the live, right? You go to your kid's first graduation. I don't mean, of course, you feel it at every graduation, but when your baby, you're the one that I remember you was on the tip, right? When your baby is at a step up ceremony and you get to see not only the fruits of your labor, but the accomplishments and you get to see all the work you did manifest. Like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I'm so fucking proud of Healing Hearts. I'm so proud of Healing Hearts. Like, I talk to people and even somebody texted me earlier and they wanted to, I don't want to cry. And it's like, they wanted to congratulate me about the space, right? Because everybody's acting like I moved to a mansion or something, right? But in any event, when they went to congratulate me, the message that they left me was basically saying how proud they were of my commitment to this work. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's the best thing I ever did with my life. It saved my own life, right? So, Lord, I didn't want to cry. So I'm so proud this year to be celebrating 10 years still in business. Like in real business. It's not like I'm here telling you, well, I ain't did Healing Hearts in like 2 years. No, still in business. I have a Healing Heart session at 6:30. Praise God. And not just about being able to collect the money from it, right? Because that's a perk to it too, right? But being able to hear people regurgitate back to me how much they have shifted and changed and grown since they've been with Healing Hearts. So praise God for a 10-year anniversary. So like I said, in the next week or two, I didn't mean to get emotional. I think I went in emotional overload talking about whatever. In the next week or two, I'm going to buy the champagne bottles and I'm going to post them here. And the day that the monetization happens, because like I said, I'm manifesting it, we're going to pop the champagne and we're going to party. All right, so let's get away from all this emotional stuff, girl. Y'all done got me out here crying on my live. I ain't come back live and be crying on that bullshit, right? Also, make sure you like the video. If you are here, please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Once again, that's showing me your support for free and helping me get in the algorithm, right? Okay. Y'all didn't peep the cup. Y'all didn't peep it. Yeah, I peep it. Okay. All right, so moving right along. What do I want to talk about? I missed the Image Awards and I'm freaking heated because anybody that knows me knows that the only celebrity that I freaking idolize more than Beyonce is Queen Latifah. And Queen Latifah was the hostess. I'm sorry. Well, the host because she okay, whatever. For the Image Awards. And I really wanted to see them. Like I heard Taraji won something. I heard Fantasia won something. So I don't know how my crazy behind missed it. I wanted to see about my cousin Usher. I'm a little pissed. So I heard the Image Awards went over well. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see it. So I'll try to double back and watch it, right? I wanted to talk about Bishop Whitehead. Okay. Okay. So I want to say something about this whole Bishop Whitehead thing. If you guys have been around for quite some time, and if you need me to, I'll drop the link in my bio. But I mean, I'll drop the link in the description box here. I've done two videos on Bishop Whitehead, right? And one of the videos, both of the videos I did was basically, because Bishop Whitehead is who I grew up with, right? Bishop Whitehead, from what I see of him, because I don't know him personally, is who I grew up with. He is actually a guy that I know, right? Like, and I don't mean personally. I mean, like, I could pick one or two guys that I grew up with that represents Bishop Whitehead, right? So I initially, when I was giving my commentary on him, I had like a little tinge of a soft spot. I'm not gonna lie. I had a little tinge of a soft spot because I felt like I have so many friends, right? That either they lost their lives or they're incarcerated, that people counted out because of those behaviors. But if you got to know them personally, you would, you would know that they do bad things, but they're not bad people, right? So, okay, I'll give you guys an example. I grew up with Carlito. Shout out to all of my Plaza people on this live. I grew up with Carlito, right? Carlito, to this day, God rest his soul, is one of my favorite people in the world, right? Because Carlito represented protection, right? He represented protection. We were the younger group of kids, and he was the person that if you seen anywhere, you good because you with Lito, right? You good because you with Lito, right? Now, sometimes you would hear rumors about Lito, right? And for me and Lito, we had such a close friendship that he kept it real. So if I heard a rumor about him, he would either say to me, "Yeah, I did that shit," or "They lying on me, Deja." About like let me keep it real, like about 80% of the things Carlito did, right? Again, Carlito, he just didn't play. He just did not play. He didn't play, right? So a lot of his actions and behaviors represented that, right? Again, protected me down, but I can't say what he did for the next person, right? But what he always shared with me was that, he was honest and said he did it, and he always had his own logic and reasoning for doing it. And I can honestly say that when he broke down his logic and his reasoning, whether I felt like his actions and behaviors were the right thing to do, I loved him for it. And that's the same thing when I look at a friend like Megan, right? God rest his soul, right? It was also the same. I'll never forget, Megan looked at me one time and said, because I shared with him, I was like, somebody said something about you, and we got into an argument. And he looked at me and he said, Deja, don't argue with nobody over me. Just know that what they saying about me that I did to them, I never did to you. Right. So there are some people that they make bad decisions, right? But they may not necessarily be bad people. So for me, right, initially, that's what I felt about Bishop Whitehead, right? It was like, Bishop, come get your heart healed, because I don't think you're a bad person. I think sometimes you just make bad choices, like a lot of his public figure persona for me represented bad choices, right? So a lot of my videos initially, when I was discussing him, they talked about how I feel like if he made better choices, people would see that he's not a bad person. Right. So as time progressed, I got to learn that the bishop actually, the situation that took place with the bishop and the young guys that allegedly robbed his church, I am familiar with them. Right. So one of the young guys, I have a very good relationship with his mom, and the other young guy, I don't know him personally, but I do know his brother, and I do know friends of the family. Right. So, hearing that those young guys were going to be convicted of the robbery and they might have to go to prison, that hurt me, because people that I know personally, when they hurt, I hurt. So seeing the young lady who her son was involved being hurt by her son being convicted of the robbery, that hurt me, right? So seeing and knowing that a lot of my friends are connected to another one of the guys that was in the room. You know, that hurt me, right? So I started to look at it like, wow, this is sad. And it's like a catch-22. But I basically ain't have nothing to do with it. I was minding my business. I just was looking from afar. One of the things that I didn't like that Bishop Whitehead conveyed publicly, and I don't know if he knows it because I think he kind of felt like he wasn't doing this, but I felt like he was. He kind of gave me the impression that he was gloating. And that bothered me because when I was doing Bishop Whitehead videos and looking back on what he said his life was like and why he made some of the poor choices that he made in the past, I felt like if these young men did rob your church, you know, and hearing about their hearing that they did something wrong should kind of resonate with you because you also made poor choices when you were young, right? So I felt like when Bishop Whitehead was doing what I viewed as gloating, I felt like there was an opportunity there for him to be connecting. Am I saying that he should have been friends with the guys that robbed his church or be happy about them pulling out guns on him and his wife and his kid? No, not at all. But what did I just say to you guys earlier? If you can't help a person, don't hurt them. So if you did feel like, well, I don't really want to business with them people too much because of what took place, having public conversation in regards to them, in my opinion, didn't look good because it did give the impression that Bishop Whitehead, you were gloating. You were gloating. That's the impression it gave. Now, do I know that that's what you wanted to do? Hey, I can't say. What I didn't like was that that's the way it looked. And I felt like you had described a lot of transgressions from your past that you wanted to be forgiven for. So I felt like if you couldn't extend that same grace and forgiveness to those young men, then you shouldn't have been saying anything at all. And you kept talking. You kept talking and you kept talking. And one of the things that really bothered me was I saw a video where one of the young men actually were murdered. You know, God rest his soul. I don't know him personally. I do know a family member of his, and I know a lot of his friends. And we are in close proximity, you know, so God rest that young man's soul. But one of the young men were murdered, right? And I saw a video where you actually went to the crime scene. And it was like, okay, but you're claiming that you don't like these guys. They put guns in your wife's face. They put guns in your daughter's face. You can't stand them. They robbed your church. And we're not asking you to like them. But in the same breath, we're not asking you to represent the hate towards them. Because at the end of the day, I cannot say if they really did it or if what they did was right or wrong. But what I can say is if that took place, that was one of your transgressions. You have transgressions of your own. You have transgressions of your own. So to publicly shame and judge them, I dislike that because I felt like you have your own that you can be shamed and judged for. So why on God's green earth are you making it public doing it to them? Am I saying you and your wife can live in the bed and be like, fuck them niggas and stomp when they like, hey, that's the feeling you could have, right? But to do it publicly, it really, really made me feel away because again, hi, Pookie. Again, if you can't help them, don't hurt them. So I really, really didn't like how that looked. I really, really didn't like how that looked, right? That left a very sour taste in my mouth. And once again, like I said, I was trying to give you some compassion when you were speaking out last year because I understood that, you know, tear it up. I didn't even realize I didn't turn the lights on. I'm so crazy. Last year when you were going through what you were growing through and everybody was giving you so much grief about it. Okay, I'm lit up. And everybody was giving you so much grief about it. You know, I was trying to have compassion for you because I realized nobody's perfect. Right? So it was like, wow, you know, but to see some of the things that you were quote unquote gloating in because that is how it appeared. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You can turn it off, boy. It's too bright. You know, Pookie, turn it off. It's too bright. Please. I'm sorry. But yeah, it didn't look good. So anyway, one of the things that you made it your business to say was that, you know, those things that took place, you know, that was God. That was God's work in your favor. And, you know, so me personally, like I said, it came across a little gloatish, but neither here nor there. I can't tell you how to feel about a situation that took place with you because I don't stand in those shoes, right? Now, once again, here we are with your own transgressions, right? Okay. So now with you being here with your own transgressions and you're in federal court and you're fighting and then you got found guilty. I saw you get very upset online about folks gloating about how God has served you. Bishop, 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 Bishop. Did you ever see Jason's lyric when Jada tell Alan Payne, like, I'm trying to love you, but I can't help you. You keep trying to save a brother that don't want to be saved. Like, I want to say that. Like, Bishop, 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 Bishop. So you mean to tell me that everything that happened to those young men that robbed your church was God, but what happened to you wasn't? You gotta stop, Bishop. You got to stop, Bishop. Bishop, I'm gonna lend you this, right? Because once again, what I tell you guys, oh, I don't know if you guys can see it, but my new apparel, it says Healing Humor and Hot Topics, right? That's what the Healing Hearts page is dedicated to, the YouTube channel, right? Tonight we're discussing hot topics, but I'm going to extend an olive branch and offer you some healing, Bishop. I really, really, really do suggest that you come get your Operation Heal 100 Hearts one-on-one session. Because I think if you come and have your one-on-one session, we can have some conversation about the healing that you need. Because Bishop, Bishop, if God worked it out for you in that instance, he didn't work it out for you in this one. So what he did, Bishop? Who worked it out? The devil? So sometimes the devil coming down. Bishop, when Bishop, 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 Steele, Q, and everybody the fuck else. Like, Bishop, come on, stop, Bishop. Stop, Bishop. Bishop, stop. Bishop, stop. Bishop, stop. I think you very cool, and I know you, and not in the sense that I know you personally, but I know guys like you, Bishop. I do. So I want to still, but Bishop, it ain't looking good, Bishop. It ain't, Bishop. It ain't looking good, Bishop. And this is not me. Like I said, I want to be very clear. This is not me, trying to play you or down you, because the same way I have feel like those 3 black men that allegedly was involved in the robbing of your church shouldn't be downed and shamed and judged. I don't think you should be either. But Bishop, you got to be clear, Bishop. You got to be clear. You can't say what happened to them was God, but who was it when it happened to you? Bishop, you got to stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. I also think you lessen your chances of getting your blessings by what I view as gloating about what happened to those young men. Am I saying that if they did what they did, it was right? No. I'm also saying that some of the shit you do ain't right. You have admitted yourself. You have past transgressions, Bishop. I get it. But the same way how that was your past and you didn't want that to be held against you and you didn't want to be judged for it, those same young men didn't want the same thing. But because you couldn't extend them grace, which I get, because like you said, listen, they put a gun in my daughter's face, they put a gun in my wife's face, I have no grace for them. Again, if you can't help them, don't hurt them. So why with the gloating and the constant just leave it alone. Let God deal with it. Leave it alone. But according to you, God did deal with it. So now in your situation, and you got found guilty, but that ain't God. Who dealt with it, Bishop? Bishop, who in the dog fuck dealt with it? But Bishop, did I deal with it, Bishop? Who dealt with it? Bishop, you got to stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. And I'm telling you this not because I dislike you or no, this platform, this Healing Hearts platform, this is not about judging, shaming, making you feel bad. No, we all make poor choices. I want poor choice away from a bad situation, right? Praise God for the blessings, right? But also you got to be mindful of the karma. Karma don't miss nobody. And you walked around all of this time while them young people was on trial and they was looking for the other one and you gloated. You gloated. And if you did it, I want to be clear with you. That's how it looked to the public. I'm the public, Bishop. I'm the public. I am the public. What it looked like is that you were gloating in the fact that those young men were caught and that they were convicted. It looked like you was gloating when the other young man was murdered. I'm sorry. That's what it looked like. And I feel like all the time that you spend gloating is time you should have spent in prayer worrying about your own Fed case, because now you don't want folks gloating at you, which they've been doing online and you've been arguing all week because you don't like it. Ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. So, Bishop, I'm going to keep you in prayer, Bishop. I'm going to keep you in prayer. I'm going to keep you in prayer, Bishop, because, again, I don't know you personally. This is just me outside looking in and what it looks like to the public. And, Bishop, according to you, you are a man of God. I don't debate that. What I can say is make sure that you continue to keep your focus on God and not worry about everything else that's going on, Bishop. Because when you worry about everything else that's going on, like showing up to the murder scene of the young man that was murdered, that does not benefit you, Bishop. FYI and PSA. All right, so let's move on from the Bishop. Let's move on from the Bishop. Anybody want to send that to the Bishop? Once again, I got nothing personal against the Bishop. This is just me outside looking in, and this is my platform to share my thoughts. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you just showed up here, please do me the favor and like the video. Go hit the thumbs up on the video. If you have any commentary that you want to leave in the chat, please feel free to do so. I would appreciate that. And I'm so happy that you're here. Stick around because we got a few more things to talk about before I go. And let me know if you're excited about Live at 5 being back. If you're excited about Live at 5 being back, I want you to hit in the chat. Put them fives in the chat. Let me know you're excited about Live at 5. Let me know what you guys think of the aesthetic. Did Pookie rip it or nah? All right, let me know what you guys think of the aesthetic. Like I said, I made sure to share with him everything that I wanted. I wanted my background to speak to who I am. And it's also there for a reason. You know, I have big shoes to fill. And it's time. It's time, right? So, okay, let's move on. Let's move on with something a little lighthearted because I've been heavy. I've been heavy for the past 50 minutes. I don't know. I came in expecting to be lighthearted, to have fun, because welcome back. But, I haven't spoken to you guys in so long, and I have a lot of bottled up and pent up feelings about things. So they just saw manifested in my life. Okay. Let's talk about the TV shows. I already did a video on Married to Medicine, the reunions. Wake me when that's over, because that was corny and whack. We do have Real Housewives of Potomac left. I'm excited. No, let me not lie. I'm not excited. What I will say is I would like to see what's going to take place next week. I'll give you guys a little snippet. Maybe I'll give you guys a separate Real Housewives of Potomac video. But this week, I believe it's on Bravo. It comes on Sunday at 8 o'clock. I do believe that this week is supposed to be a quote unquote scuffle. So if you watch the show, tune in, because I'm going to discuss that before the reunions come on. I'm going to do like a season assessment, because I guess, girl, right? Also, Bad versus Wild. Let me let y'all know something right now. One of my dreams in this life is to be friends with Joseline. Jocelyn, I love you. Somebody make the. I'm gonna clip this part right here, and I want it to go viral. Jocelyn Hernandez, aka Joseline, aka the Puerto Rican princess. Jocelyn, I love you, girl. Jocelyn. Jocelyn, girl. I love your soul, girl. You are so funny. You are reality TV platinum status. Nobody can touch you, Jocelyn. But y'all go check out Bad versus Wild. Roly, never mind. Anywho, um, Potomac, Bad versus Wild. Also, Martha's Vineyard is coming back this Sunday. I don't know who watched it. It's coming at 9. Watch it. I'm gonna put some deets in the chat about the last season so I could catch y'all up. Watch it because it's mad good. Before we go, because I want to get out of here, but I do have one more topic that I want to talk about. Let's talk about Draya Michelle. Let me get my card. First of all, let me be clear. Drea Michelle is an Aquarius. So y'all gonna get up off my good sis. Y'all gonna get up off my good sis, okay? Okay. Come up off her. Not too much on my good sis. Not too much on Drea. Not too much on Drea Michelle. Right. Not too much on Drea Michelle. Not too much on Dre. Okay. So and I say this so many times, we are in different times. I know y'all hate when I say this. We are in different times. We are in different times. Now, back in 2000, right? Dre would have been a villain. Dre would have been a villain. We would have all been mortified. Oh my God, Dre, how dare you? Even before we get to the fact that he's the same age as your son, the fact that he's that many years younger than you, Dre. We drilling you, right? So in those times, I understand. I came up in a time where you didn't have anybody significantly older than you, and you didn't have anybody significantly younger than you. And if you did, you hid the door fuck out of it because you were ashamed and embarrassed, and you were going to be judged and crucified, right? So I get that. I get that, right? We are in different times. I'm sorry, guys. We are in different times. And while I personally do not have the time, energy, wherewithal, patience, or strength, I know they fucking lying. Patience or strength to entertain anybody 3 years younger than me, I have a delivery. You tell they disrespect me on live. Pookie gonna hold me down though. I definitely couldn't entertain anybody that would be 20. Thank you, Pookie. I definitely could not entertain anybody 20 years younger than me. Because let me tell you something about youngins, right? This is my past. Prior to Pookie, this was my other life. I was dead because nobody exists before him. So this is the life I had when I had died and came back to life because he's the only person I ever had. But in any event, my old life when I was like dead and came back, right? I dated 2 guys younger than me. Wake me when that's over. Younger guys are very irritating and annoying and immature, right? So you have to keep reminding them to grow the fuck up, right? And that is annoying to have to keep doing so, right? Oh, grow up. Listen. Why do I got to tell you that? Why you not already grown? So for me, once I hit like 30, having somebody significantly younger than me, or because I'm gonna give you the caveat to that too. I don't even necessarily think it's only about age. Having somebody with so little life experience is an issue for me, right? Because Pookie is younger than me, but Pookie came out the womb and went to the corner. Like he is literally outside, right? So he is probably 34 years his senior, right? So I'm okay with you being younger, but then having a lot of life experience because to some degree you had to mature. So, we see each other, right? But when you don't have much life experience and you're young, that is annoying. And I cannot be annoyed. So for my girl Dre, I get it, girlfriend. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it, girlfriend. You hit him lick. They said he got a new contract. Get the fuck back. Big. Listen, girl. Listen. I get it. What I need you to get, Dre, and I'm gonna tell you this right now because you my Aquarius sister, right? This is what I'm gonna need you to get, Dre. When that baby get here and he start the show, every motherfucking ounce of the 22 or 21, 23, or whatever he is, Dre. If I see one complaint online, I'm going to give it to you, baby. I'm going to give it to you raw dog. No Vaseline, okay? Okay, I'm going to give it to you. You know why I'm going to give it to you? Because according to you, you're happy, y'all in love, and this is right for you. Okay, baby, I want you happy, I want you in love, and I want what's right for you. But don't turn around a year from now and start pointing out all the shit that's wrong. Because that shit been wrong. And you didn't give a fuck about that shit being wrong. You give a fuck about that big bag. Continue to care about that bag, baby. Continue to care about that bag. Because although he has the bag, that does not change the fact that he is light years behind you. So a lot of the ish that you may be thinking about and considering and trying to do moving forward, that may not be where his headspace is. And when you start to try to have them grown up conversations because y'all got a kid together and you want to kind of build and grow and make things work and have the nest egg, and he looking at you like I'm a thought get me lit. I don't want to see you online crying about that and on the shade room and going live with the camera to the ceiling and screaming in the phone. And Dre. You play pussy, you get fucked. Dre, don't do it. Don't do it, Dre. Don't do it. So, Dre, I want you to get that big bag, sis. I want you to get that big bag. I don't give a fuck where that big bag came from, girl. Get it. You caught a motherfucking lick, bitch. Okay, got it. But be mindful, because you know what they say. It's either you gonna play on the front end or you gonna pay on the back end. But baby, you gonna pay. You gonna pay. And with him being that amount of years younger than you are going to start to feel like you're parenting two motherfucking kids and your old ass ain't gonna have time for that. And if you take that shit to the shade room or anywhere else hooting and hollering about it, Dre, you gonna hear my mouth. You're gonna hear my mouth. So the same way how I'm sitting up here supporting your decision and having your back and calling you my sis and telling you to call a lick and telling you got to a bag is the same way how I'm be serving you your asshole if I catch you complaining about this nigga. You gonna pay on the front end or you gonna pay on the back end? But baby, Dre, you will pay. Okay? So let me be clear. I ain't got nothing against Dre. All my bitches that hit licks, I'm here for you. Especially my old bitches. Because I told my fucking man that. I'm here for my old bitches hitting licks. Because what I know about us women is we will stand 10 toes down and grind it up with a nigga and have his back and support him. We would do that when we young and supple. And then you get upset when you older because you feel like you wasted all of your good years supporting and bending over backwards for a Negro that ain't really about nothing. So all my old hoes that's, pardon my French, all my old ladies that's catching a lick, girl, I'm here for you. I caught a lick, wink, wink. So I'm here for you. I'm here for the lick, right? What I'm not here for, tell you what I'm not here for. I'm not here for when you start having to, I didn't even turn my light on. Girl, what the fuck crackhead recording I'm doing? Lord have mercy. I was so excited about Live at 5. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me give y'all a little, oh my God. Look, Lord. They said, girl, what type of crackhead aesthetic is this? Look. Oh my God. What happened to the light? Anyway, right. Yeah, they go to light. Look at the light. Lord, I didn't even turn the light on. This is a sad live. I was so excited. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was so excited about going on Live on 5 again. I forgot to do everything. I ain't forget my cup though. Wink, wink. All right. In any event, like I said, Dre, I'm here for you, girl. I love your soul. You my girl. We gonna hold it down and all that. But if a year from now you on the shade room or the neighborhood talks, I'm going live about it. And I'm gonna tear you up. as my good sis. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end. We have come to the end at Live at 5. Are y'all happy that I'm back? I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be back. I owed you guys my return, and I'm coming back full throttle. I'm talking. It's up in the stock. I'm gonna consult with Kalila. She's here in the chat. Hey, sister girl. But I'm gonna consult with her about Fridays because we want to come back full throttle. Live at 5 is back, ladies and gentlemen. Live at 5 is back every Tuesday and every Friday, unless I say otherwise. Live at 5. Once again, I'm back to dropping Dear Deidre's. As a matter of fact, a Dear Deidre will be dropping tomorrow morning, and a Dear Deidre will be dropping Thursday morning. And then we'll be back live at 5 on Friday with the new hot topics to talk our ish. I'm going to get me a director's chair so I can sit up a little higher because I have a parrot that I purchased that y'all motherfuckers need to see. Okay, and you can't see it from what I'm sitting on, right? I didn't factor that in. Right. Next time I'm gonna remember to turn my light on, I'm gonna handle my skin. But I'm so happy to be back. And I want to say this, right? I appreciate every last one of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much because when I go, they do like this whole like weekend review thing on YouTube where they show me like who shared my content, who commented on it, who liked it. I appreciate all the engagement. I am manifesting a huge opportunity with YouTube because this right here is pretty much what I'm destined to do. I can run that mouth all day. I can run that mouth. So this right here makes me feel good. And it also makes me feel good because I feel like I can also contribute to my healing work on a broader spectrum. So that makes me feel good. Let me not leave without shouting out my Pookie. Let me be clear, right? Because a lot of times we as women make poor choices. We make poor choices in our spouses and we suffer the consequences of our poor choices. Right. And I feel like not a lot of times a lot of women come forward to say that, I made a good choice. And what I'm learning is a lot of times when you do, want to represent and share that you made a good choice in the spouse that you chose, people try to make you feel like, you're worshiping a man and your life revolves around a man, and just because you're sharing that you made a good choice, but what about all the times that you were sharing and crying about the poor choices that you made? Right? So nobody can make me feel a motherfucking thing, because one thing about me, I am y'all motherfucking, I don't talk about nobody think. I want to be clear when I say that Operation Hill 100 Hearts is one of the best choices that I made for myself. God has made choices for me, such as like my family. I love you guys. They're here in the chat. Love you guys to death. But the choices that I have made, Operation Hill 100 Hearts is one of the best choices that I've made in my life. Doing the work to mentor and service young people for the New York City Department of Education and beyond is one of the best choices that I've made in my life. And Pookie is absolutely positively one of the best choices that I've made in my life and one of my biggest blessings. And everything that you guys see is all because of his support. So I have to make sure I shout him out and show him love, even though my stink ass family act like, I don't even exist since his stink ass came along. But in any event, we laugh, we joke, but I have to be clear in saying that. Make sure that you have spouses that you can celebrate, and make sure you don't let nobody make you feel a way about doing so. I love my motherfucking man on the elite motherfucking level. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Boom. Dear DJ dropping tomorrow's up in the stock. Boom. Dear DJ dropping Thursday is up in the stock. Boom. Live at 5 with Khalil on Friday. Boom. Saturday, I will be at, I mentioned my girl Sheena earlier, so let me shout her out here. Sheena works for Victory Collegiate, and they are having a Women's Day Saturday. If you're not doing anything, it's on the South Shore campus. I could drop the deets in the link below. Please make sure you come out, show some love. It's always beautiful activities, festivities there. Good time to be had. You will see your girl there in all her splendor and all her Hill and Hearts drip. Come join me. It's going to be a nice day of mentoring and sharing and networking with women. She's going to have a lot of activities. Going to be food, music. So make sure you come out and show your face in a place. What else do I have? And stay tuned. Stay tuned. The road ahead is looking really, really bright. I'm excited for what's to come. Pookie is breaking down bags in the background. He know my mic is good, so I can hear all of that. And I gotta roll. Well, you gotta probably come stop this for me. But I love you guys. I love you guys. Share this video. Share this video. And make sure you have liked it. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Boy, I think you gotta stop it for me. Cause I can't do shit here. Is y'all taking a wig? Right. And I came back with new hair. Y'all not ready. Found the new bundle spot. I'm going to put y'all D. Shout out to my sister-in-law, Nikki. She put me D. Yes. Also, prom season is coming for my niece. My niece is going to be the valedictorian here this year. I'm claiming it. It's up and it's stuck. It's up and it's stuck for the Allen family. And we look forward to many more goals and accomplishments to come. I love you guys. Okay? Boo, can you stop it for me? Pookie? Oh, he said go to hell. Look at Noodles, Jay, cousin Pookie. I'm tired of you, Noodles. And then you gotta hit in there.